What's going on, Milanisti, calcio fans? I'm back. Nicko from Defensive Dynamo. We've been off this past summer. Obviously, we've been really quiet. Myself, Shane, and Husni on Milanista's 360 for obvious reasons, being that just there's a lot of rumors out there, obviously, with this crazy summer mercato, right? Every day it's changing. 1 minute we're locked into this player. Obviously with Azzurri from Bologna, but we don't know where that's standing right now in terms of the releasing that clause and agent fees, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously, next minute we're tied to Thiago Santos and Matty Cash, average defender from the EPL. And then, Emerson Royale, another bang average defender from the EPL. And which is really concerning for myself and other Milanisti that I'm friends with, is that we're not tied to any Italian players. Not one. All right. With that being said, we'll get into it in a minute, but first things first. Everybody that's been subbing to our channels, appreciate it. Thanks for staying locked in, for supporting us. All right, and here's a couple of quick updates. First off, obviously we've been quiet this past summer, like I just said, being that just not much to talk about, just the same rumors, crazy rumors, this and that. Ibra saying one thing and Jerry saying another thing on his financial conferences, how the team wants to go in which direction. And obviously we don't want to speculate, so we'd be just staying quiet and waiting to see what happens with once the team gets selected for Fonseca, and he comes out and talks about his principles, the way he's going to play, formations, etc. For me, especially the defensive tactics he's going to use, how he's going to set up defensively. That all depends on who he gets in the summer transfer window. Are we getting a DM that we need? Are we getting a right back to upgrade? Because Calabria is not the answer, and obviously, Kalulu is not the answer full time either, and Tereshano might be on the market. So, waiting and buying our time. But good thing is we do have some fresh content coming out this weekend. First on Saturday, myself, I'll be breaking down the Azzurri's defensive performances from the Euros this past 3 games, breaking down tape. Tactical tapes of their games, things that I noticed that they could be doing better, things that they really did well. There were a few instances that they actually played well overall defensively, right? Especially Bastoni and Calafiori. Those two have been rock solid, and Donnarumma, obviously. So it'll be Saturday as well. And on Sunday, we're going to get into a live panel show, and just going to have a casual talk amongst other Milanisti about the Azzurri's performances and how we feel they will go forward in this tournament. What are their chances of advancing? What do you think of the team, the roster selection, Spalletti, and talk about Milan, obviously, too, and the fact that, for me, which is really upsetting, and for a lot of other fans out there, like myself, that we don't have one person on the national team representing Milan, which is a travesty. It's a joke. It's quite sad. We don't have one player. And according to the rumors, it looks like we're not even going to try to get one Italian player, especially defensively, this summer. It might change, but it doesn't look like it, which is really upsetting. A lot of people out there think otherwise, that we should be getting the best players regardless, but there are good Italian players, really good Italian players that are affordable compared to the EPL counterparts that would be perfect for Milan, especially defensively. Ricci, Coyote, even though he's not available per se, EPL teams are looking at him. We should be looking at him as well to fill up that right back position. Calafiori, he's expensive, A lot more expensive after Euros, but he's worth every penny. And Buongiorno too, another super talented center back who happens to be Italian. All right, so we're going to get into that on Sunday. In terms of the quick recap of the last few games for the Azzurri, first thing I need to say, all right, I need to get this off my chest. Stop shitting on Spalletti. You can have your opinions on tactics, formations, who should be playing, who shouldn't be playing, but to go online and be a coward and talk shit about a professional coach that's been, in this game longer than any of us been alive, all right? The shit on him, say he sucks, he's garbage, he doesn't know what he's doing. You have no idea. We have zero visibility in the training sessions, how the players are performing, what he's seeing on the pitch, what his assistants are seeing on this pitch. All right. So, once you get to that point of disrespecting professional coaches, I have an issue with it. All right. I've coached, I've played, not at a super high level. I've been around pro coaches, and it's not an easy job. If you think it is, become a coach and see how easy it is. And you tell me, come back to me, tell me how easy it is or really difficult it is to set up the training sessions, hold the equipment if you're not part of an academy, setting everything up, breaking everything down, and more importantly, dealing with the parents. All right, because every parent has their say, and they think they all know football more than the coach does in a lot of cases. All right. So just be respectful. All right. These coaches are paid professional coaches. They know what the fuck they're doing. All right. So that's off my chest. All right. Let's get into first the Spain game, because I know a lot of people were shitting on Di Lorenzo and the way we set up defensively. And I'm going to break this down more on Saturday. The biggest thing that happened that I've watched from tactical videos is that Spain exploited that left side of the pitch. Well, yeah, left side. All right. And they overloaded it with players, making overlaps, underlaps. They were sending plays inside the box. So the midfielders couldn't help cover double team Nico Williams. And in most cases, a player like Nico Williams' talent and 1v1 abilities, he's going to burn most right backs, majority of them. Maybe Bellanova might have done better. Like we said, we don't know how Bellanova is doing in training sessions with the national team. He might be stinking it up. I don't know. The case being, Spalletti chose Di Lorenzo, and he was left on an island by himself with Nico Williams. All right, because Spain exploited that side and was sending multiple players overloading that side of the pitch, so you can't double team, and it caused a lot of confusion for Italy. All right, so Spain did a really good job. Hats off to them for exploiting that side of the pitch. All right, so it's not necessarily just on Di Lorenzo's fault, or even if they would have switched players, who knows, it might have been the same outcome. All right, but trust me, Spalletti notices things and he tried his best. All right, so that was the Spain game. And then yesterday's game, overall good performance. I believe it was, I forgot who it was. Let me take my notes here real quick. So on that first goal from Croatia, really quick, matter of fact, it was Darmian playing next to on the left side, right? He was placed in that game. On that goal, that shot on goal, he just got beaten the inside. He was in pretty good positioning. The other player just outmuscled him, got the shot off. Donnarumma made a really good save, and Modric came in for the rebound. It happens. But, at the same time, Italy had a lot of good opportunities. Bastoni had a header. He missed it. Well, he tried to go top bin. The goalkeeper made a really good save. He could have been more clinical, placed it in a different spot, but he didn't. It happened. If he would have scored that goal, we wouldn't be shitting on the team so much. Most of the fans out there, and the press as well. All right, and I'm seeing a lot of negative things. People saying about Calafiore, he's a decent center back. Listen, just because a center back is not making these spectacular last-minute tackles that we've seen, like highlights of Maldini, Nesta, and other players, doesn't mean he's not performing well. The kid's young, and so far what I've noticed, really good, and I'm going to get into it again more on Saturday, he's been in really good positions. He's reading the game really well, and he hasn't gotten burnt yet. He almost got burnt in that first game. That ball that went over his head, it happens. All right. He's still learning the game. He's going to be fine. He's one of the most, for me, at his age, experience, he has a lot of potential, a lot of upside to his game. He's going to be fine. He's not a great defender yet. That takes years. You do it for 5, 6, 7 years consecutively, playing at a super high level. And that's when I'm going to consider you a great defender or a great player. Right now, he's a very good defender. Say he's average, he's okay. That's nonsense. Complete nonsense. All right. And that's all I have to say at this point. Just make sure you tune in, like I said, this weekend on Saturday for my defensive show. Okay. I'll be breaking down defensive breakdown of the Azzurri in the first 3 games. So I'm shooting some video on that. And then on Sunday, the live panel show. And then coming in August, once the Mercato is over and we get a sense of the team, who we signed, and see what direction Jerry and his company want to take the team. We're going to do a live panel show, myself, and inviting other people from other Milan podcasts. I have a stacked full house, and talk about the Mercato signings, what our feelings are, break down individual player, break down Fonseca's style of play, what these players, what we think direction is going to go with for formation, things like that. All right, so keep out for that. That's going to probably come in August. So that's going to be a really good show. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Also, one last thing. Boom. So I've added a second camera to the studio here. It's coming along a little bit, adding some extra stuff, matter of fact, in the background, I'm going to add this Defensive Dynamo sign in the back, custom-made sign for the studio, and the second camera on this second screen. Once I do my defensive shows going forward, breaking down tactical tape, etc. on Milan this season, I'll be showing it on the second screen, and giving the show a little extra flavor. Okay. Other than that, that's all I have. Enjoy today's game. I know England's coming up in a little bit, and looks like Azzurri, they're playing Switzerland in the round of 16. Calafiore is out due to accumulation of yellow cards, and I'm hoping to see Buongiorno. I'm sure a lot of us are, but like I said, we don't know how we have no visibility in the training sessions, so we don't know how he's performing and what Spalletti's seeing. So whoever he decides, he knows best. Not us, not the casual fan. Like I said, we have no idea what's going on in the training sessions with the team itself. All right. If we were on the pitch looking at the training sessions, then we would have a good opinion on who should be starting instead of Calafiore. But whatever direction Spalletti goes with, I'm going to totally be behind him 100%. All right. Other than that, Forza Milan, Forza Azzurri. All right. And see everybody this weekend. All right.